This video is brought to you by Greenway Consults. On today's video, we're going to show you how to obtain your medical marijuana card. But more specifically, we are going to show you how to register with the MMCC. That stands for the Maryland Medical Cannabis Commission. In order to register, you must go online to the Commission's website. This is mmcc.maryland.gov. Now, if you have any trouble or difficulties completing the registration or have any questions, contact one of Greenway's representatives and they'll walk you through the process. Now, like I said, the first thing you're going to have to do is go to the Commission's website. The Commission's website has all of the updated information on the program. You're going to type in mmcc.maryland.gov. Here you'll find the Commission's website. This has all of the updated information on the program, including frequently asked questions, updated laws, and all of the most recent information on the program. Now, for the sake of this video, we're going to click on the Patients tab. On this tab, you will see who is eligible to register as a patient, as well as how to register as a patient. Now, there's 3 quick links down below. We're not going to hit I am ready to register just yet. Instead, click on the registration process for adult patients. This has a thorough explanation of everything that you're going to need in order to register. You'll need a valid, accessible email account, the last 4 digits of your Social Security number. You will also need an electronic copy of a valid U.S. government-issued photo ID. You will also have to prove your Maryland address if it is not currently on your photo ID. As well as if you are not a Maryland resident, you will have to show the treatment facility for which you are receiving treatment within Maryland. In regards to completing this portion, I would recommend taking a picture of your photo ID. If it's a Maryland license, the front and the back, and then simply sending that photo to your email address. Once you send this to your email address, you can then download it to your computer and save it. When that time comes, you can properly upload it with the registration. Now, if you don't have a Maryland ID or driver's license, you can use a military ID or passport. However, if the identification you provide does not identify your current residential address, you must provide proof of the current Maryland address. Located below are all of the different forms which are accepted. Now, if you're a non-Maryland resident, you must provide your driver's license, military ID, or a passport. But in addition, here are the acceptable forms to prove your address. Now, as being a non-Maryland resident, you also have to show the address of and the contact name for the Maryland medical facility where the patient is receiving treatment. And the last step is an electronic copy of a clear recent photograph. Now, we recommend using the App Store or the Google Play Store and downloading the free Passport app. There are multiple versions of this that you can select from, and each of these enables you to take a perfect size passport picture. Now, when you take the picture, once again,
You will forward it to your email address, download it to the computer, and save it under your documents. This must be a clear, unobscured photo of the face, and a plain white background must be used, or off-white background. The patient must be clothed directly facing the camera with eyes open. In a neutral face. No smiles, please. Here are just some examples. Now, as you scroll down the bottom of the page, the commission lays out the next steps involved, one of which, after completing the registration, is to verify your email address. Now, if you do not verify your email address, the commission will not review your application. Once again, we'll show you later on in the registration process how to do this. Now, let's move forward and go to the MMC registry website. Click on this link. Now that you're on the Cannabis Commission's registry website, you're going to go to the Patients section. Eventually, you'll be able to hit Sign In and view your status. But for now, click on Create Account. This is for new members. So now it'll bring you to a few questions. You're going to select the answers that best suit you. Once you've selected your answers, you're going to simply hit the Next button. Now on this page, you will be provided with a checklist. These are the items that you will need in order to proceed forward. An electronic copy of the front and back of your government photo ID. Select the box once you have the item. You will also need the last 4 digits of your social security number. And you will need an electronic copy of a current photo of yourself. This will be the photo that you took with the passport app. And last but not least, a valid, accessible email address. Once you have all 4, click I am ready to register. Now, create a username. If you click on the small blue icons to the right, it will give you the requirements. You will have to create the password and then confirm the password. If these passwords do not match, you will not be able to proceed. By clicking the I to the right, it will give you the exact requirements needed for the password. Now, when you click on any of these blue icons throughout the process, it will prompt you on the accurate information that is needed for each section. Let's click on the email. It is essential that you input an email that is active and that you can easily obtain. Then, enter your first name. A middle initial or name is optional. Then, complete the last name. Once again, the suffix option is optional. And another very important part is entering your last 4 digits of your social. Then simply enter your date of birth. Select your gender. Choose your race. And then answer the question which is asked. Now, if you are not a Maryland resident, you would check this box. However, for the purpose of this demonstration, we are representing as if we were a Maryland resident. enter your address. Now in address 2 line, you would put either your suite number or your apartment number. Proceed with entering your city, as well as your zip code. And then complete your telephone number. This can be either your landline or a cell phone. Continue to scroll down the page. And here is where you're going to upload all of the necessary pictures. Once again, if you click on any of the blue icons on the right side of the screen, it will prompt you on exactly what is needed. Now, we've already taken the picture of our photo ID and sent it to our email, downloaded it to the computer, and now you will hit select. When you hit select, it will bring you to your documents, which is hopefully where you have saved your picture. At this point, select your desired picture and hit open. This will upload the picture right to the registration page. Now, they want the photo ID, but the back side. Once again, hit select, find the back side of your license, select the image, go to open, and this will load directly to the page. Now the proof of address is only required if your current address is not printed on your government issued photo ID.
Now, once again, if you're having any issues with this portion of the registration, please give one of Greenway's representatives a call, and they will be glad to walk you through this process right over the phone. Now, we do not need to fill in this part, since on this tutorial we are showing you as if you were a Maryland resident. You will, however, have to upload the recent photo. This is the photo that we recommend you took with the Passport app. Select the photo and then simply hit open. This will upload the document and complete all the necessary pictures for the registration. You will then simply answer the following questions accordingly. Now, we have selected answers to questions throughout this demo in order just to show you how to complete the process. But please make sure when answering any of the questions that you answer with your utmost honesty. Complete the registration by reading the terms and conditions and acknowledge that you have submitted all of your information truthfully. Once you have read the terms and conditions, select the boxes and proceed forward. The last step is to click I am not a robot, where it will prompt you to select images on the screen. In this particular instance, they want you to select all the squares with vehicles. Once you have selected all of the image that contain vehicles, hit Next. It will then prompt you to another portion. Select all the squares with vehicles. In this case, there were only 2. I hit Verify, and that proves you are not a robot. This is done for cybersecurity purposes. Once that is complete, you must hit Submit, and it will prompt you with this message. Thank you for submitting your online application. Your application has been forwarded to the Maryland Medical Cannabis Commission for review. However, your registration is not complete until you have verified your email address. A verification email will be sent to your active email address. That is the next step. So we are going to log in to our email account and look for an email from the MMCC. The email from the Commission will state that they have received your patient application. However, you are not done yet. You have to make sure you scroll over to the right-hand side where it says please click here and make sure you click this link. This will verify your email address. The Commission will not be able to process your application until this verification is completed. The email will also state that they will follow up with another email within approximately 10 days advising you on whether your application was approved. If you have any questions or concerns throughout the process, you can contact the Department of Health Medical Marijuana Program at the below address. You are not officially registered until you receive the email which states your application has been approved. Once the application has been approved, they will send you a 16-digit patient registration number. Once your registration is approved, you can contact Greenway Consults to set up an appointment with a registered medical marijuana physician. You are now on your way to becoming a member of Maryland's medical marijuana